Uh, where's our intro music? All right, that's enough. Thanks.
All right.
So on to the usual Untitled Brothers, whatever we're doing.
Remember, it's going to be H&R Sports or H&R something.
H&R, okay, but that's too close to H&R Block, and we don't want to get sued because I ain't got no money.
We're not doing anybody's taxes, so we'll be okay.
Okay. Although if somebody wants to pay me to do their taxes, I will definitely do that.
I will definitely do them.
All right, so we're going to jump right into some bracket stuff. One question before brackets.
Yes.
Do you like where Alabama was seated?
Yes, I'm okay with it. There was a very slim chance that they were going to get a 1 seed, but then I looked at everybody that was above us, and they hadn't lost as many games as we did. So I figured us winning the SEC championship and beating the teams we did, I'm okay with the 2 seed. I'm okay with the bracket we ended in, and I think we're going to do pretty good in this tournament.
Yep. And I agree. It's been a long time since an Alabama fan has been excited for March Madness for reasons for their actual team, you know?
I was excited about 2 years ago when Colin, or 2 or 3 years ago. Was it 2 years ago when Colin
2 years, yeah.
2 years ago, and we made it to the second round, and that's pretty much how as far as we thought we were going.
We're like, yeah.
I was okay with that. But this year's team is looking really, really good. We've got good shooters, good bench play. I hate that Josh Primo. Is Josh Primo going to be in at all, or is he?
They said he's not even jogging right now from last thing.
Okay,
I heard. So
he's not going to be back though.
Yeah.
So
I have no sources, so I just click on stuff and read it.
Okay, hold on, my producer. Yeah, they said Primo's not playing. One of my connects just said Primo's not playing. I don't want to disclose all of my sources, so we're just gonna have to go with that. But they said Primo's not playing. So.
Thank you for that late breaking news.
I'll tell them.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna try in interest of making this quick and being able to cut it into 2. We're gonna go through 2 brackets. We're going to start in our Sweet 16 so we can skip the opening round. So if we had some upsets, you could just see it. We did brackets online. How many brackets are you doing?
I'm doing, I think, you know what? Only the 2 that I did with ESPN, because we usually do them at work every year. But
right.
And I told you this, but the guy that's heading the one at work said he didn't want to do it this year because of COVID. If, let's just say a whole bunch of people pick, Gonzaga to win, for example, and then let's just say Jalen Suggs gets COVID, he can't play. All those brackets are going to be ruined if Gonzaga gets kicked out, and it will create too much of a mess. So, and I agree with them 100%. I said, that's fine. We'll just come back next year. So I'm only really doing the 2 on ESPN.com.
How many do you have Alabama winning in?
So our 8A is April 17th.
We'll get into the brackets then. We'll get into the brackets then. Jeez. I'm gonna just say I've already filled out 3 brackets and Bama's winning 1. Like, you have to.
Yeah, that's probably your third bracket.
That's it. You have to.
That's your third bracket.
Yes. All right, so here we go. We're gonna start in the South with Baylor as the number 1 seed. Jump into the Sweet 16.
Right.
I have Baylor versus Purdue and Arkansas versus OSU. So I pretty much stayed chalk in those.
Okay. I have Baylor versus Purdue as well, and then I have Tennessee Tech versus Oklahoma State.
Except it's Texas Tech, but that's fine.
What did I say? Tennessee?
Yeah.
My bad. Bad. I got Texas. I got Texas Tech versus Oklahoma State. So almost the same with you, except for the Arkansas, Texas,
Ohio State.
Whatever. Oh my gosh, we might need to start the video over. This is horrible. This is what happens when you haven't done a video in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay. And I might have said, I forget who I said to. It's Ohio State, Arkansas, Baylor, Purdue for me. And you have?
Yeah. I have Baylor, Purdue, Texas Tech, and Ohio State.
Okay. Yeah. I have Baylor and Arkansas playing and Baylor winning.
Oh, wow. I have Baylor playing Texas Tech and Texas Tech with the upset.
So you're going with a 6 seed into the finals.
I'm going with the 6 seed. And I told you this, every year when I do these brackets, I'm always confident and filling them out. But I know something's going to happen. My bracket's going to get busted. So I'm going to go with Texas Tech and Mac McClung and the crew. And I think they might be able to pull it out. We'll see what happens. Anything can happen in the tournament. You know that.
Wow. Well, I will say this. Baylor is my first pick in this one. Arkansas is my backup pick for that.
To win the whole South?
No, yeah, to win the whole South.
Okay.
So like when I do my first two brackets, it's like Baylor first time, Arkansas second time.
At first, when I did it, I had Baylor winning the whole thing. Then I came down to the Baylor and Tech, and my hand just kind of froze. I was like, man, who's going to win the Baylor Tech? And I want to say they've already played each other. Didn't they play each other in the regular season?
They might. I pay so little attention to college basketball. I'm probably the wrong one to answer.
And I want to say they had one game that was supposed to be postponed, but I have to double check. And I'm going to actually, hold on. Okay, my backup source doesn't know either. So I have Baylor, Texas Tech. And
what kind of source says I don't know?
I can't disclose my source.
Okay, we're going on to the Midwest then.
Okay, let's go to the Midwest. I'll start off with the Midwest. I have Illinois playing Oklahoma State.
Yep.
And Syracuse playing Houston.
Okay. I picked West Virginia in the first one, but I like the Syracuse pick as well.
Okay.
So I think I picked chalk all, and this, I'm surprised. I usually don't do that in two different ones. But
what's that?
I know. Well, usually I don't do the 1, 2, 3, 4, and I did it again on the one I just have here. I like the Syracuse pick as far as an upset pick to go in there. And sometimes I pick Tennessee probably, but I stay consistent with the Illinois part. I have Illinois versus West Virginia and Illinois coming out of this region.
I have Illinois coming out too. I think they got a good team. I'm not too familiar with the team, but from what I've seen online, I haven't really watched a lot of their games. They got a good team. And then Kofi Cockburn, the big guy down low, is a monster down there. So I think Illinois, I agree with you. I think Illinois is going to win the Midwest.
Okay. So cover two brackets real quick. Is there any like surprise team? Well, obviously you already picked Texas Tech as your kind of surprise team that people should watch out of the two. I think the Baylor UNC game could get interesting because UNC is playing much better in this round. And then, like I said, at the bottom or at the top there, I guess I wouldn't be surprised to see Arkansas. It'd be interesting to see if they can keep their hot run going, or I feel like Arkansas is either like losing the first round or make it like, almost to the Final Four. And
now see, I actually have North Carolina losing against Wisconsin.
Really?
And that was a guess. I didn't do any research, any background. I just simply went off a guess. Now on another bracket that I did online, I have North Carolina winning. So I kind of just flip-flopped it a little bit. But on this bracket we're talking about right now, I have Baylor beating Wisconsin.
I got you.
And I think that North Carolina-Wisconsin game can go, again, it can go either way.
Which is how an 8-9 game should go.
Correct. And then I have Villanova playing Purdue beating Villanova. But I could also see Villanova losing against Winthrop in the first round, to be honest with you.
Yeah, especially with the injury to their star point guard for Villanova.
And Villanova, this isn't the same Villanova team we've seen like the past 2 or 3 years. So I can see them losing the first round. But if they win, I could also see that as well. And then I have Texas Tech playing Arkansas, and then Virginia Tech playing Ohio State.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to cut this one off here. We'll do a part 2 here in just a little bit, and then we'll also make our Final Four championship picks.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, baby.